Trevs Hockey Show. I'm the Trev. It's too sweet. Anyway, jersey says it all. Title says it all. Colorado Avalanche won their third Stanley Cup in their franchise's history, their first since 2001. Are you at all surprised? I don't think you should be. But either way, let's talk about it. So as I've said, as the title says, Colorado's your 2022 Stanley Cup champs. They put an end to the threat of a dynasty by the Tampa Bay Lightning, who, for the record, was my pick to win the Stanley Cup. Yeah, I was wrong. I'll talk about it in a bit. It's their third cup in franchise history. First since 2001, so that's 21 years. Think of what's come and gone in the hockey world, or in the world in general, in 21 years. Puts it in perspective, really. It's the second time they've won the cup on the road. If you remember, they won their first cup on the road when they beat Florida in 4. This one went 6. Their last cup went 7. And the handoff was to another defenseman, as Eric Johnson was the player Landeskog handed off to. If you remember in 01, I don't have to tell you who that was Bork. When they went in 96, Sakic handed it to Yui Krupp. Let's do a quick rundown of the series. 6 games. 1 and 2 were in Colorado. I am glad Tampa lost game 1 because I would have heard about it. Game 2, score says it all. 7-0. And I mean, for me, that's when my opinion changed. It wasn't the case of Tampa might come back to win. It's like, no, I think Tampa's going to lose it. And, well, hindsight being 2020 and everything what it is, you get the idea. So game 3 and game 4, there was no way Tampa was coming out without a win. If not 2, but 1 for sure, and they took that in game 3. Game 4, I'm surprised it went to overtime. There's that line change, if you want to talk about that. Yeah, Colorado had 6, Tampa had 7. Both teams were in the middle of a line change. Nobody was offside. That's my point, and I'm sticking to it. But either way, I mean, for what Game 3 was, Colorado made up for it more. Not so much in offense, but in defense and disciplined play in Game 4, notwithstanding the overtime. Which takes us to Games 5 and 6, and I'm actually a bit surprised. I am and I'm not, because Game 5 was still an elimination game for Tampa. So naturally, the myth of Vasilevsky in elimination games was not going to get broken anytime soon. Until today. But it just goes to show that Colorado was able to adapt to the Tampa system, because Tampa was playing Tampa hockey for Game 5 and 6. And Colorado blew them right out of the water. Points leader was Cale Makar, leading his team in 20 games. I mean, it's a shame he didn't put up a couple more points and take over the league lead as far as playoff points was concerned, but Kucherov was behind by 2 points. So as far as point totals, it was very close, but it was always going to be Makar beating everybody. But for guys like Sakic and Bednar, this has got to be something special to go through all the bad seasons that they did before the last 3 years. It had to be well worth the wait. And I mean, whether or not Sakic wins GM of the year is irrelevant at this point. He is the GM of the year now. So for him to lift the cup twice as a player and once as a GM, that's got to be something special for him. So for a guy like Patrick Maroon, this has got to sting, though. You know, having to stop your run at 3 cups in a row instead of going for 4. But for as bad as it sucks for Maroon, the distinction of this has got to suck goes to Corey Perry. 3rd year in a row, he's been on the Stanley Cup finalist, having lost the cup with Dallas and with Montreal, both at Tampa Bay, joining Tampa Bay and losing the cup to Colorado. Only player in history, in NHL history, to lose the cup 3 consecutive years with 3 different teams. So if you don't like Corey Perry, that's a good thing to hold on him or hold above his head. Either way, sucks to suck. And wouldn't you know it, first day with the cup, and they drop it. Thankfully, it's only on the rim. It's a small dent, they can take it out. Not a big deal. Not like when Maroon dropped it. But the Avalanche are your 2022 Stanley Cup champs. It's got a nice ring to it, doesn't it? I don't think this will be their last time, or their last time here, much like I think the same for Tampa. It won't be their last time here. It'd be exciting to see them win it in a couple more years. For at least 2 more times? Would that be too much? Who knows? But either way, enjoy the moment. The Avs are the Cup champs for the 3rd time. It's another one of Trev's hockey shows. I want to thank you for tuning in. Don't think I don't appreciate the gesture, especially if you've made it to this point. If you have, that's great. Yeah, I shaved. Now that the playoffs are over, I didn't have to keep growing it. So, yay me. That's a win. Since you're here, if you like it, give me a like. You know what that red button does. You know what, I've told you about it. You know how it makes you feel. Let's do it up. Socials in the description down below. So moving forward, I got my second last trophy to talk about. So that one's coming up, but either way, in the meantime, and in between time, be looking for more videos from the Trev. Later.